I guess, Elliot, how well were you seeing the floor tonight, especially early?
There was a lot of openings. I felt like in the ball screen, there was a lot of openings. And I feel like I just have really talented teammates that, if I get them the ball in the right place, they'll make the shot.
You have, I think, 14 points in the second half. Was there something that changed that you wanted to look to be aggressive, to score more than pass early in that half?
Now I felt like I was being aggressive in the first half. The shots weren't just falling, and they started to fall in the second half. So I felt like I had the same mindset in both halves.
Yeah, so you had a lot of attention on you tonight. How much did you? You had a lot of attention on you tonight. How much did you enjoy that experience and lean into it?
It was fun. The atmosphere was great. My teammates had my back like they're supposed to, man. Super proud, super grateful to have those guys behind me, and we just did what we had to do.
Yeah, this is the second pretty hostile environment you guys have played in, maybe the most this year. Can you speak to? They were up early. It was a snake pit, and you guys just sort of sucked the life out of the building with that run. How were you able to stay together? A couple of those big offensive rebounds early felt like it switched the tide.
Yeah. Well, we already have experience, like you said, with this. When we went over to Michigan State, the environment over there was ridiculous. This one was even crazier, But we preach every day in practice, just staying together. This is the most unselfish team in America, in my opinion. So it's just staying together, staying composed, and not letting anything get us too high or too low.
Yeah, I just feel like we have a lot of players that have been in situations like this, and our freshmen, they act like veterans. So just having a whole bunch of level-headed people, and like we've been through this before at Michigan State, so it was kind of just a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, Axel, it seemed like length on defense. Generally slowed down Braden Smith tonight. Can you talk about that aspect of the game and slowing him down?
Yeah, that was our whole game plan. Just trying to take away some of his reads to three-point shooters. Our whole game plan was limit their threes, and we'll come out here with a win. So I just tried my best to make him move around a little bit more, force him into the paint, try to make my length bother him on those kick-out passes to threes. And we did the best we could with Xing out if we needed to.
Yeah, Axel, when you decided to come back to school and to come to Michigan, is this the kind of thing you were imagining being, this Swiss Army knife on the best defense in the country, doing everything from picking up a point guard full court to playing some of the best bigs in the country as well?
Yeah, I would say this experience is way better than I thought it would be. I came back to, just be a better professional, learn how to be one. And Coach Dusty from day one has been trying to mold me to be one. I still got a lot of work to do just to fix my approach and just my mentality in everyday aspects. But the gaming situations is amazing, man. This is the experience I'm getting right now is great. Being able to guard guards is something I really wanted to showcase, and I think I'm doing a good job at it now. I'm just going to continue to try to build my confidence with my three-point shot as well to let the scouts know that I'm working on it.
Is it a lot of fun to be so big and to be harassing little guards like that?
Yeah, when I first did that at Maryland, Coy was talking a lot of just smack about me chasing him around, and when I look back on the film, it did look kind of funny. He's like 5'9", I'm 6'9", just running around chasing him. It was fun, yeah.
Elliot, I think you guys had 7 different players hit threes, 9 different players score in the first 12 minutes. Just can you speak to how free-flowing that offense gets to be, taking the ball up the court when everyone can score like that?
Yeah, for sure. Just having so many weapons on offense. Like, towards the end of the game, I didn't even bring the ball up. Like, we had Yax bringing the ball up, Trey, LJ, and it just adds, another aspect to my game. And I think with the threes, we were just getting a lot of confidence from our offensive rebounding, and we knew that if we missed a three, we was going to get it back, so we just kept shooting.
Anything else?
This was a big week for you guys. 2 top 10 matchups. Now half the job is done. I guess, how do you keep this energy up and knowing that you have another top 3 game coming up in 4 days?
Elliot, you want to start?
Yeah, just shifting our mindset to the next game. I felt like every time we have a big game, I feel like we're all locked in and we all have a intense mindset, and we're just gonna keep the same thing going for the next game.
Yeah, we've been in this predicament before earlier on in the year with a lot of hype going around the game, like the Gonzaga one. And nobody got too excited about it. We know this is what we signed up for, and we're just going to continue to stay within our circle and continue to cover ourselves and play within the group.
I think that's going to do it. All right, thank you.
Thanks. Do you want an opening statement?
Yes, please.
What an incredible college basketball environment. Several times, especially in the second half, Purdue made a play. The place erupted, and our guys were able to answer and calm the storm a little bit. I thought our poise, I thought our togetherness was incredibly impressive, especially Adai does so much for us, and for him to not really be able to play in the second half. Our bench stepped up. I think we had 34 points total off of our bench and really sound play, ball security, whatnot. And so that's how we're built. We have a team that so many guys are capable of stepping up and making contributions, and some nights they don't get to play near as much as they deserve. We felt like at halftime all 9 guys that played in the first half had played well. And so it's usually much simpler if a guy doesn't have his best stuff. You can play someone else. And tonight we just kept going with whoever we thought gave us the best chance to win the next possession. It was a tough game, especially in the second half, as Purdue played with great desperation. Braden Smith 4 steals, TKR on the glass. That was impressive. But our guys, I thought, were up for the challenge.
Questions from Coach?
Yeah, Dusty, you heard me ask the guys about it. You said that it was going to be like trench warfare, I think you said, on the boards coming into this game. Setting the tone like that early, how much, after what happened last year, how much did you guys need to deliver the first punch?
I mean, we needed to deliver a lot of punches, whether it was the first or second, or we knew this was going to go, how many rounds? 10 rounds? If we do 4-minute games, and there's 10 rounds. And we knew this one would go all 10. And so if we took a shot, then we had to respond. And our guys did that over the course of the game. That was impressive, the way we answered those runs with really sound play.
Dusty, you've got a lot of underclassmen that have been very effective for you guys, particularly tonight. Just how has that group developed this season and been very impressive in some very big games for you guys?
I think when you look at the secret sauce of our program, one of the things is the daily environment and the way our staff, assistant coaches, strength coaches, trainers pour into our guys every day. And it's every day feels like a game. Now, they're shorter games now this time of year, but when LJ Cason's going head-to-head against Elliot Cadeau every day, and there's intent and there's purpose, he's going to get better. When our young bigs are battling Merez every single day, that prepares you to be in the fight against TKR. Oscar Goodman's a good example. We have good young players that aren't playing right now. That it just takes some time. We talk about it a lot. That if you want the shots and the individual stuff, that if you want all that, then you probably have to go play someplace, and you're not going to be in these meaningful games because Purdue didn't have a lot of freshmen. Obviously, Omer's got a vast experience playing at the second highest league on the planet in real games and real environments. But those are some seasoned guys at the top of our league. And so Trey McKinney's our one freshman that plays every game in significant minutes, and he stepped up, and he didn't look like a freshman tonight with the big shots that he made. But hats off to our bench. Obviously, our front line, and Elliot was a wizard tonight, and Amari played really well. Those guys were all awesome, as they're supposed to be as older guys, but I thought our bench was the difference.
Coach, you got top defense in the country, so much optionality with 9 guys. When you were building this roster, I know obviously, thinking of creative ideas, having Axel play at the 3, but are you even surprised with the amount of options you're able to go to with this team? And do you have fun just adjusting to the chess match of, having so many different ways to guard teams?
Yes, absolutely. And I have fun coaching these guys because it's rare for them to all have the individual prior success. And it's not like our guys put up huge numbers, but we have McDonald's All-Americans. We have guys that came from other places. And to see them really buy into doing it together and sharing everything has been the most rewarding part. And that carries over into onto the court where they have each other's backs. I mean, on both sides of the ball, on offense, on defense, they cover for each other as well as any team I've ever been around in 25 years. And they take pride in doing it. And even when one of the guys makes a poor decision, usually one of his teammates is on the hump ready to cover for him. And that's something that we place a lot of value on. But yeah, we knew going into the season we had a chance, just like a lot of teams feel like they have a chance to be really good. But but the stamina and endurance it takes to be where we are right now, and we have a long way to go. We're not even near our finish line if we do what we're capable of doing. But just that durability that it takes is impressive, and that's why you see these programs at the top, the same programs at the top of the league most years, because they know how difficult it is and what it takes from the intangible side of it, and that's why this is such a big win for our program, because it's when you look at the schedule before the season and you're planning, you're doing your practice plan and you're planning, you look at this one and think, wow, that's one of the toughest environments to play in all of college basketball. And so just proud of our guys, man. They, like I said, they've been in some wars before, but they hang together.
We'll take two more, Charles.
Yeah, 24 assists on 30 made shots. Can you just speak to the ball movement and the connectivity that the offense is operating with right now?
Yeah, I thought our guys did a really nice job of getting in the advantage and keeping it, other than the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first half, and part of that was on me. I'd say at least half of it was on me. We didn't we got into a little bit of a one-on-one attacking matchup mode, and that wasn't what got us to that point and built the lead. And then in the second half, I thought our spacing was pretty good. Look, we know how we're built, so certain games are going to dictate us doing some certain things. And I thought when they put 2 on the ball, Elliot made really, really good plays to just get us in closeouts. And I thought we drove the ball. We drove it to kick it. And when they had made some adjustments, we finished well around the rim. And when we didn't, I thought our guys were aggressive on the glass. So overall, we just played a good, solid basketball game.
Dustin, when you're in February and you're in the stretch you're in right now scheduling, is number one just a number you ignore? Is it something you take pride in? Is it on your radar screen at all, or can it be at this point in time?
We're going to try to spin everything, even the WILX video from last early summer, whatever. We're going to try to take everything as something that is a bonding moment together. And so this is great for our fans. It's great for recruiting. It's great for the attention that it puts on our program and our prestigious university. But as far as do we care? Absolutely not. April 7th, if we're number one, that's what we're ultimately concerned with. But in the meantime, we're trying to win a Big Ten championship, and we're trying to set ourselves up for the best seed possible and things like that. So the number one ranking, absolutely not. I mean, obviously, when you become number one and you do it in a week where you have to go to Purdue and play Duke on a neutral site, then you know it could be short-lived if you let it affect you at all. And so our guys, we just get to the next thing. Now, tomorrow seems like our first off day in a long, long time. We've been in a stretch run. I don't know what it is, but I know how it feels. So we need to get back, regroup, and start preparing for Duke. And then even we'll change our focus a little bit with this game, where this is going to be more of a break, recess from Big Ten play, where now we're going to treat it like a Sweet 16, because I'd say a first-round NCAA tournament game, but Duke's not. We're not going to be playing a Duke in the first round, so we're going to treat it like a Sweet 16, hopefully Final Four type of game, where we're going into it with a short prep. We don't know them very well. Can we get our guys, and then can we execute a game plan? And if we do it well, then it'll be an awesome win. If we don't, then it'll be a great learning experience for us moving into the next month.